Calling the Bristol 2-meter net. Calling the Bristol 2-meter net. This is N4NT. Name is Adam, and I will be the net control station for this session. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? The Bristol 2-meter net meets each Tuesday at 9 p.m. on the 146.67 repeater. This net is affiliated with the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, the National Traffic System, and the Bristol Amateur Radio Club. All amateurs are welcome to check into the net. At this time, we're going to deviate slightly from our usual script, as we have had two local hams over the past month that have passed away, and has become customary with the Bristol 2-meter net. We will have a last call tribute to both of those hams here tonight on the net, and then we will go from there with our regular check-ins. If anyone wants to make any kind of comments, if you knew either of these hams, or send any condolences to the family, that would be appreciated. And so in a moment we're going to make the first last call. At this time I'll ask that we have a clear frequency. Please don't kerchunk the repeater or key up during this time, and we'll start by giving the amateur's call sign, and once the last call is complete, we'll make a brief statement from their obituary about each one of them, and then we will continue all the check-ins. Please stand by for last calls. K4JAM. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall David Joyner, known by David, age 73, of Kingsport, Tennessee, and formerly of Bristol, Tennessee, went home to be with the Lord on Saturday, March the 12th, 2022. He served his country in the U.S. Air Force in the Vietnam War. He was with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office for 18 years, was an active member of the Eastern Star Free Will Baptist Church, routinely visited many friends at Lowe's, Food City, and Wal-Mart with his dog, Copper, and he was also a avid ham radio enthusiast. We send our condolences to his family, and on a personal note, just like to say, I did not know David personally. I didn't have a chance to meet him, but I work alongside of his son-in-law Eddie. I know his daughter April and their son or his grandson Connor. And to each of you, we send our deepest condolences. At this time, stand by for an additional last call. K4IOI. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Gene Clark, age 87, of Bluff City, Tennessee, went to be with the Lord on Monday, March the 7th, 2022 at Bristol Regional Medical Center. Tommy had retired from Raytheon Corporation with over 40 years of service, was a lifelong resident of Bristol, and loved ham radio. He was a member of Bell Meadows Baptist Church, and we send our deepest sympathies to his family and friends as well. And both of these fine amateurs will be missed, and it is a great loss to the ham radio community. Okay, at this time we will continue with our normal net procedures. As once again, I'll state when we do take comments from check-ins that if you'd like to send your condolences, whether you're familiar with either one of these gentlemen or not, it would be greatly appreciated. And first we will see, are there any announcements or bulletins for the net? Nothing heard. Is there any formal or informal traffic for the net? Okay, nothing heard. We will now begin taking check-ins from any mobiles or portables with or without traffic. Mobiles or portables with or without traffic, please call now.
WE4AWJ, Emmett Portable in Bristol.
K4SQ, Dale in Bristol. No comments tonight.
Okay, now recognizes WE4AWJ, Emmett, got you checked in, and KT4SQ, Dale, got you checked in and out. Thanks for joining us tonight, Dale. Good to have you. Any other mobiles or portables?
Net control, please check in and out. Kilo Tango 4, Romeo Sierra, Quebec, Stephen in Bristol.
Okay, got you there, Stephen. KT4RSQ, good to hear from you, and saw where you were monitoring us on the net logger there as well, so thanks for doing that. All right, let's go back up for some comments on the mobile portable check-ins. We'll start with WE4AWJ. Good evening, Emmett.
N4NT in the net. This is WE4AWJ. Good evening, everyone. Well, first of all, our condolences to both families. And we've lost so many of our standard hams, as I call them, those who set the standards and helped to bring many of us into the ham community. And some of us who are getting older really miss the old standard hams. But anyway, we appreciate everything they did for each club and what they did in their personal lives. So other than that, we've just had a long couple of days, lots of mowing. First time mowing, getting the grass, and then had a lot of business to take care of, taxes and bills and all kinds of things like that. So been a busy couple of days, and so we're going to turn in early tonight and try to get some rest. So I hope everybody has a good week, and I hope everybody stays well and safe. And we wish 73s on everybody. So with that, we'll turn it back to net control and say this is WE4AWJ.
Okay, Emmett, thanks for checking in tonight, and thanks for all that you do as our club chaplain and taking care of sending the cards out and everything. We certainly appreciate your services and also now serving as vice president. And everything that you do for the club. All right, that brings us to the end of the mobiles and portables. We'll now open it up for any regular check-ins. Any and all stations, please check in.
WD4JJ.
K4 Tango Echo November, Frankie in Bristol.
Okay, let me recognize these three. WD4JJ, Jim, got you. N4KZS, Gary, and K4TE and Frankie. We'll be back to each of you for comments. Any other stations like to check in?
Net control, please check in. KD4 CCO, Dallas, Bristol.
Net control, check in and out. K4YMW, Bill in Bristol.
Net control, please check in and out. Whiskey 4, Charlie Kilo Sierra, Chip, Piney Flats.
All right, got a couple in and out check-ins there. K4YMW, Bill, I believe that's a new call there, Bill. Good to hear you. Glad to have you as a ham radio operator. W4CKS, Chip and Piney Flats. Got both of you in and out, and glad to have you checking into the net tonight. Any other stations? All right, let's go back up for some comments, and we'll take some more check-ins later on, too. We'll start with Jim, WD4JJ. Just want to say thank you for calling my attention to the silent keys that we had there so we could make sure we do the tribute. Good evening, Jim.
Well, good evening, N4NT Net there this evening. WD4JJ here in Bristol. Well, where we've been enjoying another summer day. Well, this is March, remember. It's going to snow Saturday. Well, my condolences go to both of these amateurs, Tommy and David. Doing very well. Tommy, I know Tommy for many, many years. I lost count of him here a few years ago. Of course, he was under the weather, so was I, so we sort of lost contact. Tommy, back in the 70s, or late 70s, when 10 meters was running, the Bristol Club had a 10-meter net, and Tommy was net control of that. And along as we went by, I did pick up some with him too. So, known Tommy for many, many years, fine fellow. His wife, I believe the last time I seen him was at the store at Food City up here. Chatted with him for a while. He had been sick then for a while. I think maybe he might have had a small stroke. I'm not sure. And for David, I knew David back when 2-meter sideband was going good. I don't know David was ever on HF or not, I'm not sure, but I know he did. I knew him when he lived over here off on the Bluntwell Highway, and helped him with some stuff there. I don't remember now, maybe some antennas and stuff, various other things. Of course, I lost contact with him too. I didn't know he had moved to Kingsport. I didn't know he'd even changed his call. I guess that's the same thing with me. They probably knew me by WD4EKA, I don't know. But anyhow, my condolences goes out to both those families and our prayers, and we're losing them. There's no doubt about it. Well, just if we can keep the new ones coming in, and that'll be great. Keep the club going. That's about all I got from you. Just enjoying the weather. I've had 2 real good days, and I pray I have some more. Back to net, Adam N4ET, N4NT, WD4JJ.
Okay, Jim, thanks for checking in tonight, and thanks again for all that you do. And up next, we've got Gary in Piney Flats, N4KZS. Good evening, Gary.
Well, good evening, Adam, everyone else on the net. Good to hear all you guys tonight. We're doing okay down here. Got out and did a little bit of pressure washing on my shack out there this evening. Kind of got me wore out. And, well, I'm trying to think if I remember Mr. Clark. David. Was real close with David back when he first got his ticket, and he was on 2 meters a lot. And I'm like Jim. For a long time, I didn't know he had moved to Kingsport. But anyway, my condolences to both of the families there. Those guys will be missed for sure. And I guess with that, that's about it. Had a crew come in and do my lawn today. It looks good. The first cut of the year. And just staying busy. Had a Samsung ice machine replaced under warranty after I bought it in 2018, but they had problems with those ice makers. And Samsung covered them, taken care of. So I got that done today. Anyway, that's about it this way, Adam. Say 73s to everyone, and for KZS, back to net control.
Okay, Gary, thanks for checking in tonight. Good to have you. Appreciate the comments. Up next, we've got Frankie, K4TEN. Good evening, Frankie.
N4NT, this is K4TEN. Good evening, Adam. Good to hear you and everybody on the net. I didn't know Tommy nor David, but I'd like to send my condolences to the family. It seems that no matter how long you live, life is rather short, and we each really need to live day by day and enjoy ourselves, because tomorrow is not promised. I too have hit the mowing season. Not my favorite thing to do, but I've got part of my backyard mowed. I think it was mostly green onions that I took down, but it looks a lot better the way it is. The front's not quite high enough to mow yet. Went to the Ham Fest in Sevierville this past weekend, and man, it was awesome. Was worried that it would rain, but it was really good weather. A lot of tailgating. Had several indoor vendors that were selling, paraphernalia, connectors and whatnot. I picked up some connectors and some power pole pieces. Had a really good time. We got another Hamfest coming up in Greenville April 16th, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope everybody can make it down there and make that a big one. Good to hear everybody, and I'll hand it over back to you, Adam. N4NT. This is K4TEN.
Okay, Frankie, thanks for checking in tonight. And yeah, I've been part of the resistance on mowing, but I need to get out there and do it. But it's mostly the crabgrass that's sticking up, and I run a bagger on my mower, so it also, that first mow of the season, kind of gets those little bits and pieces of toys and trash and whatnot that the kids have scattered about over the off season. Gets that all cleaned up and neat, and keeps it maintained when I have to get back out there. All right, up next on the list, KD4CCO. Good evening, Dallas.
Good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net. It's a beautiful day today. It was very, very warm. The wife decided she was going to mow the yard, which she did, which kept me from doing it, which was fine with me. I didn't know the two hams that passed away. I'm sorry that I didn't, but we will keep them in our thoughts and prayers. One other thing, there's been quite a few forest fires in the area. Well, I'll say Tennessee and Virginia in general. So if you're gonna burn something, be careful. I'll say it that way. And I guess that's about it from over here on Island Road. We'll turn it back to net control. This is KD4CCO.
Okay, Dallas. Yeah, that's some good advice. Thanks for that, and I appreciate you checking in tonight. Well, the next two check-ins were in and out, so that brings us to the bottom of the list. We'll go ahead and open it up again for any other stations that would like to check in. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 6, Uniform Oscar India.
And good evening, Adam. KT4O, Ben in Bristol.
All right, picked up a couple there. KD6UOI, Todd, and KT4O, Ben. Any other station? All right, let's go back up for some comments on their latest check-ins here. Up next we have KD6UOI, Todd. Todd, I've heard you on the air a few times, and it's always been when I've been in an inopportune moment to be able to come back and say hi to you. I've heard you over on the, I believe, the Fusion repeater as well. So maybe one of these days I'll catch it to where I can have a QSO with you. But welcome to the net. Glad to have you checking in, and we'll go ahead and turn it to you for some comments.
Yes, sir. Thank you for acknowledging me. And no, I'm new in the area. I just bought a house here in Bristol, probably about 2 miles away from the repeater. And I really look forward to getting involved with your club, joining it, and handsomely enhancing everything on the repeater itself. Yeah, I got a Kilo Delta 6 call sign. I'm from California. Been here for about 5 years, mostly up in Johnson City. And I really appreciate you guys having that Fusion machine up there. You know, I check in every once in a while, and I've just got my brand new truck. And well, actually, I got a FTM 400 XDR. And once you buy a brand new radio, you got to get a brand new truck to put it in. And just standing up my platform here, and heard you guys on the air tonight. I didn't do this on purpose. Found out, and I also get your email. And I heard about the 2 silent keys that we recently had, and hopefully I can participate here in a couple 5 days for their tribute. But if you have any questions for me, call back to me. Kilo Delta 6, Uniform Oscar India, KD6UI. Hopefully become a standard member on the W4UD repeater system.
Okay, Todd. Yeah, thanks for checking in, and yeah, we look forward to meeting you. We have club meetings the first Thursday of each month, and if you're on our subscription list there for the emails, we always send out a newsletter, usually the week of, and it has the directions and to the facility or the address and whatnot, and then what to do when you get there, as far as being able to gain access to the building. So we'll keep an eye out for you. And you couldn't be far away from me. I'm within a mile of the repeater, so at worst, if you're within 2 miles, then at worst we're 3 miles away from each other. So you got to be close by somewhere. But yeah, I look forward to talking to you some more in the future. Up next we have Ben, KT4O. Good evening, Ben.
Hey, good evening, Adam, and everybody on the net, and hope y'all are doing well. I did not know the 2 gentlemen that have passed away, but yeah, my prayers are definitely with the families. I remember the K4IOI call. That one had been around the area I know a long time, but never had worked either of them on the air. So anyway, but that's about it. And I'm glad you texted me, Adam. I got wrapped up working some DX on 15 meters with Asia coming in. I was missing out on or actually catching the tail end of that opening. Wish I'd been in the shack about 30 minutes before. I would have worked a few more that maybe you got last night while I was on the air with my radio show. But anyway, that was fun. Did pick up China and Japan and Hong Kong. So those are three decent ones anyway. But anyway, hope everybody's doing well. It was great. We got back into testing at the last club meeting. No, I think maybe we had a test or so given last fall, but we had a couple of candidates. One earned his general and one got his general back from being licensed a few years ago. So we'll test again here after our club meeting in April, and if anybody is wanting to test, I do ask that you contact me. We're kind of limited right now on VEs, so I'm kind of capping off probably where we're at right now with 4, so we're just able to maximize time. But I would love it if you do want to test to please kind of pre-register with me and let me know, and we'll be able to better accommodate you. That's for sure. Anyway, Adam, that's all I've got. Hey, thanks so much for being there to run the net. N4NT, KT4O.
Break.
Yes, N4NT, breaking station, go ahead.
Uniform Oscar India. I'm a VE, and I can help out, guys. KD6UOI.
Okay, Todd, sounds good. We currently use the W4VEC. We're with that group. But when I got affiliated, I was a ARRL, and Ben was able to get me taken care of to convert, or whatever terminology you use for that. So I'm sure that's greatly appreciated. And Ben, thanks for checking in, and appreciate all you do with the testing and everything. And if you contact Ben ahead of time, if you contact me, I always forward those directly to Ben to let him know. So either one is fine. We usually exchange information pretty timely with him about that. And speaking of those new hams, well, especially the brand new ham that we got from that test session, Paul he reached out to me and was asking me for advice about what kind of radio to buy, and he's went back and forth on it a little bit and that kind of thing. But I just there was one he was interested in that I had, so I was like, hey, come on over to the house and try before you buy, and gave him a grand tour of the shack and the antennas, and I think he's really fired up and ready to jump in there and rock and roll. He's interested in HF, and he's got his general, so he looks like he's piecing everything together and enjoying himself. All right, that brings us to the bottom of the check-in list once again. Is there anyone else out there that would like to check in? Please call.
Net Control, if you could, check in. K4 PHX, this is Randall down in Jonesboro.
All right, we got K4 PHX, Randall in Jonesboro. Randall, we're getting close to the end there, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn it back to you for some comments there. Good evening.
Good evening to you. I just sitting here listening to you guys. I don't know that I've ever listened to this net. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know. But y'all sound like a great bunch of guys. Keep spreading the word on ham radio. Let's make this thing grow and get I like to say, a lot of youth getting involved. We got some youth around my neighborhood here that start to get interested, and I'm going to try to be their Elmer. So you guys carry on, take care, and God bless. This is K4 PHX, Jonesboro's clear.
All right, Randall, thanks for checking in. Good to have you joining us there tonight. And while I'm thinking about it, we did do a last call at the beginning of the net for a couple silent key hams, and if you missed that and would like to hear it, it was broadcast live on YouTube, and it'll be saved there for future listening. And we actually share the links to that with the families. That way they can listen to the last calls as well, and the ones we have done in the past are on there. I put them on my YouTube channel is called Ham Radio Zone. Ham Radio Zone. If you want to look it up on YouTube, it's got a picture of ham radio operator from the Twilight Zone is the icon. You know, you got the right one. There's a lot of other good stuff on there too. Several past nets and some of our programs that we did, educational programs, and sometimes I just get on there and operate and broadcast it just for the benefit of someone that might be interested in the hobby. All right, let's check again. Are there any other stations that would like to check in? Please call now.
Romeo Delta.
Let's see, that one cut off just a little bit, but I think I recognize the voice. Was that, let's see, was that Ralph, W4XRD? I mean N4.
Hey, Roger, this is November 4 X-Ray Romeo Delta, Ralph and Chilhowie on a different radio here tonight, and heard you all in there, thought I might be able to be heard. Anyway, keep up the good work. Sorry to have the silent key. Never good news. N4XRD, back to net control.
Okay, Ralph, glad to have you as always. Thanks for checking in. Sorry I called you a W4 instead of an N4. I jumped in there and corrected myself, but we may have doubled just a little bit when I did that. But got you on the list, and thanks for the comments. Just radio's just a little bit scratchy, the one that you're on now. I know you usually have a pretty strong signal into the repeater if you're experimenting around there, just to let you know. All right, is there any other stations that would like to check in? Okay, hearing none, does anyone have anything else for the net before we close?
Uniform on screen, do you?
Yeah, go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, it's K4JAM over here in Bristol. I'm standing up a ham radio station at the VFW in Johnson City. We need some Elmers to teach classes to get people licensed. I probably have about 10 or 12 people that want to get their license. The VFW in Johnson City, Veterans of Foreign Wars, wanted to stand up a ham radio station within the VFW for ECOM. If anybody's interested in helping us out on this, the VFW post in Johnson City is going to go to district. They're going to get funding for equipment, and we have a room dedicated. We got a huge building, great place. We just need people to help out. If any of you guys can help out or whatnot for an ECOM station, and just give your skills, talent, and knowledge at any point in time. And I'm telling you, we have the largest hall, largest classroom that you've ever seen in your life in the entire Tri-Cities. Please contact me, and we'll put it together. I'm trying to do this by myself at this point, and we're going to do it. What's going on in Ukraine and whatnot, but we have to have members help us out. This is K4IOI.
Okay, Todd. Yeah, thanks for the information. If anyone is interested in helping out with that, contact Todd. Kilo Delta 6 Uniform Oscar India is his call sign, and let him know if you can be a part of that. And Todd, if you'll keep us posted on how that goes, I'm actually trying to get my son licensed at some point, and I've bought him some study materials on computer and that kind of thing. I think a classroom setting like that would do him a lot of good as well. So I'd be interested in that, and maybe possibly helping instruct a few things. I'm probably not the world's greatest for it, but I'll definitely be glad to jump in and help, depending on work schedule, and that is subject to change in the very near future here, so we'll see how that goes. All right, does anyone have anything else?
Break, could I give you guys my phone number? Contact?
Yeah, I've got a pen handy if you want to go ahead with that, and then I can share it a few different ways with the club members as I distribute things.
QSL. The figures follow. 619er 772 1105. Name Tango Oscar Delta Delta. Call sign Kilo Delta 6 Uniform Oscar India. Anybody contact me. Anybody that can help out. I mean, it's just we're just trying to stand up. Great station. We got a great location. The VFW, they're going to district to get funding for all the gear, everything from croquet ball to a melon. IC 7300s throughout, 2 meter, everything. We got probably 200 foot by 150 foot roof to put antennas on. It'd just be a fun, great project. And they have a great bar and kitchen for food that we do. But it's just going to be a fun time. You guys need to all get involved. And we can link the 700 machine up here, or the 14700 machine, and the W4UD 146070 machine, and get it going. Guys, help me out here. I need you guys. 7-3s.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, comment.
Yeah, this is K4PHX again. That is a great thing you're doing there. I think your name was Todd for the VFW. Is there anywhere where you can post that or post as to when you're going to do the classes and the time and stuff?
It's up to you guys, because it's fledgling right off the ground as we're speaking. Whenever you want it and where you want it, we have a great hall. We have all the media, televisions, and everything there at the VFW. You have no idea. Nobody goes there. But if you guys want to help me put this together, and I've talked to the post commander, I've talked to the quartermaster up there, they're all for it, 110%, and not a drill. It don't cost nobody nothing. Just come up there and teach classes. We got to get people up there to help us, and help me, because I'm an extra class. I can teach anything. Do I know it all? No. None of us knows all of it. And I just need you guys and your repeater system and your club to come up there and help me help you and make this bigger than it is. Over.
Yeah, you need some kind of starting point, whether it's going to be like you need to fix you a Facebook page to where you can advertise and market your ideal, because like I said, that is an awesome ideal, and it may be something that could go long term and just keep bringing people in and teaching them about ham radio. You know how it is. It's kind of like a snowball. The more it rolls, the bigger it gets. So let me let this thing breathe. And if you had your Facebook page where you could take volunteers on, or post what days you're going to want to do the classes and stuff like that, then you may be able to get you a lot of volunteers signed up and do 2 people teaching a class. And if you got the equipment, then you can have like a theory class and then a lab where you're actually doing hands-on events, stuff like that. So I mean, that's a great idea. I love it. And if we can get you to get a Facebook page started or something like that, to where we can get more interactive.
Well, you see, K4JAM for ID. That's the problem. Even at the VFW, we can't get veterans to come in there from the Gulf Wars and whatnot. Everybody in there is just FOFs, from Vietnam and whatnot. And a lot of the guys, they want to get licensed because we see what's going on in Ukraine and whatnot and so on. However, the problem is we can't get the young kids in there at all. And it's just a struggle. But we can advertise to all the clubs like you guys and, Kingsport and Johnson City and whatnot, and you say, hey, we're teaching classes, we're standing up an entire station, come in, because you can test all day long, but if you don't have hands-on, you don't know nothing. That's the whole idea. Get everybody hands-on. I got all the equipment in the world, and I'll put all my equipment in there, but the VFW is going to go to district, national, actually, the national, and get funding to fund the entire shack and make it the best digital VHF, UHF, HF station on the planet. That's my goal.
Okay, let me jump in real quick. This is N4NT Net Control, and you guys are welcome to continue on. I'm going to go ahead and just close the net out, though, just to get that taken care of. So just keep in mind, I have Todd's information wrote down, and be glad to pass that along through newsletters and what have you. And you can also go to our YouTube recording and play it back if you need to be able to get that. Thank you to everybody that checked in, and to the families of David Joyner and Tommy Clark, K4JAM and K4IOI. You are in our thoughts and prayers, and we greatly appreciate their service to the amateur community. We had a total number of 16 check-ins. That counts our 2 silent keys that we put on the list for tonight. And thanks to each one of you for taking the time to check in. This is N4NT. Closing the Bristol 2-meter net at 9:43 p.m. and returning the W4UD repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3 and good night.
All right, Nick.